Turn to that new book now already stirring up a lot of buzz about what it means to be a parent. It's called All Joy and No Fun, The Paradox of Modern Parenthood. And the author, Jennifer Senior, says raising children may involve a lot more agony and not as much ecstasy as we think. ABC's Juju Chang takes a look.
Are you done with your homework?
It's the dirty little secret of modern parenting that the day-to-day grind can turn happy people into less happy people.
For me, the lows are feeling sad when my kids feel sad.
Jessie, a professional photographer and mother of 3, confesses though she loves her kids and being a mom, she didn't anticipate the less joyful moments and the guilt that comes with the territory.
Society's off balance. We are so self-examining that I think it creates a lot of guilt.
Author and mom Jennifer Senior is now exposing the unanticipated underbelly of parenting in her new book, All Joy and No Fun. Her research shows that parents are really no happier than non-parents. Kids, it turns out, don't necessarily make life all that fun.
So the no fun part, I think people are much more reluctant to speak about. We know that there is some drudgery associated with parenting. I don't know if we are fully prepared to talk about how much anxiety we experience as parents.
The hardest stages, she says, are the early years and the teenage years, where a child is fighting for their independence and parents have a hard time letting go. She also believes parenting in the digital age of Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram adds to mothers' guilt and feelings of inadequacy. But rather than forego parenting, her view is parents just need to be realistic.
Beware of someone who speaks with great certainty about what they're doing. None of us know. It's okay to be uncertain.
What she says those scientific studies cannot measure,
Oh yeah, baby,
is the long-term joy that comes with raising kids.
talking about fun is a very thin form of happiness. Joy is something totally different. It's about a deep, abiding connection to someone. I think parents report more highs. They report more moments of meaning. They report more purpose. I love you.
For Jessie, a day of tough parenting moments can be erased with a simple hug. For Good Morning America, Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
And joining us now is Stir.com editor Erica Suter. I gotta say, I am surrounded by great parents here, all 3 of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you talk glowingly about your kids all the time. Yet there are also some times when it's a little challenging. That's the real world, isn't it, Erica?
That is the real world. A lot of us are under this delusion that when we are going to have a baby that it will be blissful, even the diaper changes, even the sleepless nights. But in reality, it can be very hard. I remember when my son came home, I was overwhelmed. I was frightened. I didn't know what I was doing. And there were times that made the experience a little bit awful. But I was afraid to admit that because no one was talking about that. You were just supposed to glow and say, oh, this is the best experience of my life.
To admit it, and the book singles out sort of the toddler and the teen years as the especially tough ones. But one of the insights is that the teen problem may be as much to do with the parents as the kids.
Yeah, well, there is always this heartbreaking moment when you realize your kid doesn't need you anymore or doesn't really want you around all the time. But what I found is a lot of moms also look forward to that day. It's a little bittersweet because they can actually start reclaiming their independence in their lives again.
I do look, being a parent is the absolute joy of my life. And there are tough days, but it's the absolute joy of my life. And I guess, I don't know that parenting's changed. Maybe it's these things that have changed. They're changing us, but...
It's interesting because when this book came out, I asked some older moms, is parenting easier now than it was when you were a parent? And often they said, no, actually, parents have all these bells and whistles and all these great things to keep their kids occupied. The big difference, though, I think, are moms today. Like, we still want it all. We still want to be titans of industry, and we still want to be great parents who are always there. And it's really hard to do that, and we haven't figured out the formula.
Is there a difference for mom and dads when it comes to happiness with the kids? Is there a difference there?
It is different. I think dads still feel a lot of pressure because dads are more involved than ever these days. Got to give them a pat on the back. They are more involved than ever. But moms still bear the lion's share of the parenting.
Thanks, Erica.